so much so that she will drive across the country in a convertible to attend law
Tragic.
school.
Imagine her hair afterwards.
This is why you're the alllls of the group.
How did Bruiser stay in the car?
She just had his leash and he was like flying like a kite.
He's running behind.
But don't worry, she gave him like little rollerblades. So
Oh my God,
He's flying like a Marty McFly. He's like skateboarding on the back and like holding onto the truck.
I love this visual. He would have like little goggles too and like a scarf.
And he wears sunglasses at night. There's a lot to recap.
What has happened since the last time we all got together?
So many things.
Well, I have a note that I have a whole list of notes, but the first thing I wrote, I can't remember what it means. Do you guys know what synth after party means?
Yes, it's a
What?
synthesizer after party we just went to.
Yes, we have to talk about what we went
we went
through.
I keep forgetting that happened. Thank you.
With donuts.
We had so many like nights condensed into one night. We got some banger espresso martinis and some fries and cool little like felt like an Irish band was playing.
Yeah.
Is that what we would call it?
Yeah.
I would say I heard the best rendition of California that I've ever heard in my entire life. It was an
how'd it
Irish,
go?
I couldn't replicate it if I
Yeah,
tried.
but like you do your thing because you're really into it.
Yeah.
Well, it was, California by Phantom Planet, which is featured on the OC, one of my favorite shows of all time. And there's like Irish jig band. I was like, California. Like I don't remember what the syncopation was, but it was very like, you could like jig to it. You could Ashley Simpson style jig on stage.
And boy, did we jig to it.
We did.
We got jiggy with it.
We did. Like the millennials we are. So we did that. And then what we should have done is stay because we were having so much fun. But then
all we had to do was stay. And we did anything but stay.
Yeah, we jumped around.
We jumped around in another millennial music reference. Crisscross and make it. Jump. So then we went to, we were supposed to meet up with some people who were doing this after party from this like music, not festival, but like music something or other.
Like a summit.
No, a trade show.
Sure.
For one of our friends I was working at. So he was like, meet us at this cool after party thing. Well, we get there and it's closed for some other like private birthday party. And the guy
who had a food truck of free donuts that I tried to get.
Yeah, but they wouldn't let the general public.
Non-party people were not allowed donuts.
Yeah, so we thought we were going to for this, exclusive party, and turns out we were not invited to the exclusive party, but the one that we were invited to was in this like back alley behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like literally a back alley, and then you walk into like an office space, and there's a guy at a front desk, and I was like, wait. Are we going to a conference call or a party? Like, I'm so confused.
I was a little triggered.
Are we checking in?
I was like, I've already been on a conference call today. I don't need another one.
It was weird. And also, like, let's just face it, we did not belong there. Absolutely everyone there looked like a 45-year-old like guy that's part of a crew.
Like indie grunge record producer.
Yeah. And then there's us, like, I think I was wearing, like, a fur jacket and, like, little white boots and a ponytail.
To be fair, I was wearing the dress code of all dark colors.
Okay, but, like, look at us.
Look at us.
Just look at us.
Yeah. We did not belong.
No.
But we faked it as much as we could. And then it turned out to be some weird, like, musical performance thing, but it felt like in someone's garage. Anyway.
We left immediately.
And then we tried to go to, like, a million other different places, and just nothing was it. Nothing was hitting. Mm-mm. We went to, where did we go to? Oh, we did go to the New Girl bar. What was it called? Do we know? The Prince.
Mm-hmm.
That was an experience.
It was. I think we did it wrong. There was a bell we were supposed to hit, and we never hit the bell.
There's a bell?
What? There was a bell.
What? Where?
How did you know? Where did you gather this intel, Katrina?
Yeah, and why didn't you tell any of us?
Because I didn't think it was for like the initial like take your order. Like places that have like bells and stuff, they're like, well, if you need something in between, like you can hit the bell and like we'll come and get to you like faster.
Like dressing room style?
Sure. But this was like, okay, you hit the bell if you need anything. But I thought that there was like, someone was going to come take our order
Well, we
eventually.
sat there for 30 minutes and we were sat by a hostess and a server never came.
That was so weird. So like the first like minute was cool because we were like, oh my God, we all love New Girl. And it was cool. And then we were sat in a booth and then nothing for 30 minutes.
And then we sat and,
we were like,
just watched the servers walk past us.
yeah, we're like, I guess we just go. Okay.
It's fine. I was like, we can go. I guess we came and saw what we wanted to see, but...
And the thing is, though, that was the last stop of the night.
Yeah.
We made like 3 other stops and nothing worked out for us.
No.
We went to a weird bar downtown with like deer on the wall, like deer
Deers.
heads.
Oh, deers.
I always want to say antler heads, not an antler head.
No, but that sounds like a band. It's like, we're the antler heads.
Oh, can we make that band?
Yes.
Ooh, wow.
We're the antler heads.
Let's go.
From Michigan.
Give it up for the antler heads.
Take it back now, y'all.
3 houses time.
Well, let's talk about the time before that we went to said bar that we frequent all the time.
Oh,
We
yes.
had gone to one of our friends' like birthday parties at this like really beautiful place in the Hollywood Hills and had a lot of like really bougie people there who we made friends with. Group of these like amazing, fabulous, genuinely perfect gay guys.
Fabulous, gave it away. But they were fabulous.
They were
in
awesome.
every way.
Yeah.
We love them so much, and we had been like, hey, you guys, we're going to this bar, super dive bar, by the way, like not classy whatsoever, like sticky wood
Dingy,
type
yeah.
bar.
Sticky wood.
Yeah.
That's a good name for a bar.
Give it up for the sticky wood.
Ew.
Oh, cut that. Deer antlers. Antler head is better. Antler head's better.
Anyway, we were like, guys, you guys should come with us to go to this place to sing karaoke afterwards. And they were like, no, we want to go to this place to karaoke. And we were like, well, we're meeting these people here. So like, see you later then, I guess. And they're like, no, we'll come. We'll meet you guys. And we're like, okay. And then we all walked away to get our car to leave. And we were all like, yeah, they're not coming. But sure enough, I had to like stop to let my dog out on the way. We get there later, and sure enough, the whole group of them is sat at a table at the bar that we were going to, already drinks in hand. We were like, we thought you were gonna come.
Well, and it was also like a level of, one of them was like, oh, my driver doesn't let me go into the valley. He goes,
Yeah.
can you tell him the address?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. And then we walk in, and he's full length fur coat in the front, like jamming to whoever's singing.
He's like singing, and we were just like so like warm fuzzies in our hearts because we're like, not only did they come and meet us here,
They beat us there.
they beat us there, and then they like fully embraced
They
it.
committed.
They
Yeah.
committed to that style of night, and man, it was like it was the best night ever.
It was a really fun night.
It was so good.
Oh, what else do we have to recap? Man.
Well, Molly and I got pierced.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an experience.
Through the heart?
Scary. Well, Katrina was a lot braver than me.
It sounds juicier than it was.
Wait, so you got your nose pierced,
I did.
and then you got what?
It's called the daith. It's like inside of your cartilage.
Oh, yeah,
area.
yeah.
And Katrina held my hand, and I made a bit of a scene, and then we switched, and I was like, Katrina, you want me to hold your hand? She's like, okay. And then they pierce it, and she like doesn't even wince. I'm like, okay.
That sounds
It was
about
as if
right.
she was getting a haircut. She just like.
Yeah, but what actually did hurt is that I've asked and come into contact with so many people since I got my nose pierced, and not one person has mentioned it. They're like,
Maybe because it's so fitting for you, though. It's like, of
Yeah.
course you have a nose piercing.
I
That
know.
is who you are.
but I got a piercing on the central point in my face, and no one was like, oh wow, is that different? They were just like, hey.
But I'm like, if I got it, I feel like people would be like, because it's just not fitting with who I am as a person, I don't think.
I guess, but it's like if you get a really good haircut, you still want someone to be like, oh
No,
wow,
yeah, I
that
get
looks
it.
nice.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
I get it.
I want someone to be like, wow, you're such a badass.
Wow, I thought you looked cool before, but oh man, you look way cooler now.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
wait till she gets the nose ring. It's over forever.
Right?
I can't
That's
wait.
the final goal, right?
Yeah, neither of us actually got the jewelry we wanted. We were just
Of
like,
course not, because you
fine.
never get to
No,
when
you
you
never
actually
do.
get your
You never do.
anything pierced.
But
So irritating. Right, Charles?
Yeah.
Charles knows he's so pierced up over there.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
It rained for a long time here in LA. Like I had a Rachel moment where my ceiling started leaking,
Oh, yeah.
and it leaked for a long time, and like no one came to fix it, and it's like I'm sure there's black mold now.
least you didn't
Sure
get
of
hit
it.
on like she did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, or did you?
Well, no, because no one came. I would have preferred that. If someone come and question my ethnicity, at least they're looking. I got rid of 80% of my closet, which was big for me.
That's.
I was in a mood, okay?
impressive.
I was in a mood, and I was doing like a capsule wardrobe thing, like working with a stylist, because I don't have the fortitude to do that on my own. And so we kind of just went through, and she like judged all my clothes, rightfully so, and we put them in trash bags, 8 trash bags.
So you're saying this stayed?
Yep. No apologies made for that.
Weezer.
It's really brave of you to wear something like that.
That's where
I'll have you know this is stylist approved.
Gimme. Wait, speaking of Beverly Hills.
I wasn't done.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Well, all I was going to say was I felt really good about it. I felt really clean. And then like a week went by and like I woke up at 2 a.m. in a cold sweat like, oh my God, where's my blue cotton blazer? I want it back. And I'm like, oh my God, I think it's at Goodwill. And I'm like, literally at 2 a.m. like, should I go buy it back? Like, should I go buy back some clothes?
Aww.
But it's okay. I think I'm like swooped into my like okay moment. I'm like, okay, that's okay. I'm gonna buy new clothes. It's about time because I had stuff in there from high school and middle school.
Yes,
Yeah.
same.
Shoes from middle school, and I did keep one pair for the nostalgia.
You know what? I'm
It
proud
still
of you though.
fits.
That's really hard to do. Like
You a
purging-
hoarder? Yeah, real hard.
No, just like getting rid of shit.
Oh yes,
Especially as an actor when we use random clothing all the time.
Well, half my closet is now my audition clothes. The other
Yeah.
half is my clothes.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I need to do that. That's crazy. Well, anyway, speaking of Beverly Hills, can we talk about what movie we're talking about today?
Yes, we can.
Boop, boop, boop.
Probably should.
Oh yeah, because we probably should. We done.
I know. So we're discussing Legally Blonde today. Beverly Hills. That's what I was going with, earlier. So,
No, I got it. Yeah.
oh, okay, cool. Well, glad we're all on the same page. Yeah, Legally Blonde. This was 2001, right? Which I feel like we keep hitting on 2001. But that's because it is the best.
It's a really good year.
Yeah, what can we do besides just keep, coming back to it?
Yeah. I mean, I would like to point out that as the blondest one here at the moment, I embody her the very least. So
I was
That's
gonna
true.
I was gonna say, where are you going with this? Because
the opposite.
You're like tread lightly, Katwina, because
Katwina.
definitely the brunette is the most L words of us.
what? Like it's hard?
I want to just gonna say like even just the opening song of this got me so hyped.
We can't stop singing.
We can't
it.
stop
so
singing it.
good.
This morning, even though we were both like just kind of
Yeah,
dying
yeah,
inside,
dying.
we were both like, "It's the perfect day."
And it really makes it the perfect day, even if you're watching it
Yeah,
at 2
and
a.m.
that girl,
like me.
you know what? I want to know who it is, the girl on the bike that like leads the entire, because she's probably just like an extra, right? Like she didn't have any
a line.
lines or
That was
anything.
me.
Oh my God, was it? Fun fact, actually, I know that we're going to get into facts later, but I found this online. It says, we see Elle Woods brushing her hair behind the opening credits. And fun fact, this is not Reese Witherspoon, as I said while we were watching it last night. Yeah. She was in England finishing The Importance of Being Earnest. So they got someone else. I don't know who it was.
It was me. A lot of cameos. In this one.
Disprove me.
As we were watching it, I was like, I bet that's not her. And I was right.
Well, no.
Instincts.
Well, yeah, because,
I
obvious
know.
reasons.
I know.
But
It's just like an insert shot, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of hair, I immediately saw that staple classic like shoulder length haircut with the flipped up ends.
the flipped up
Oh,
ends.
so good. That
is
that
so
haircut was
iconic.
everywhere. Everywhere
I
during that
inadvertently
time.
do it because my hair just flips up when it's straight, and I'm like, I don't mean to, but I'm like kind of channeling that a little bit.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
Speaking of like things that had a chokehold on 2001 culture, the Tiffany chain necklace with the heart.
Oh, I had one of
Oh
those.
yeah.
I had. Oh, I
had
think
a
I wore it
bracelet.
on. I think I wore it actually on the John Tucker Must Die episode because we were all kind of like dressing like them. Remember? Yeah. So I was gonna wear it today too, and I was like, meh.
I don't wear
Honestly,
mine
was in a
anymore.
hurry. So
I couldn't type fast enough to comment on the fashion in this, like so quickly.
thank God, because I have exactly 4 notes.
Don't worry, I got you.
I got notes, but not on fashion.
And I already said one of them, so I have 3 left.
Well, first of all, like the first best friend with like the short brown hair, her hair in that one scene where she had like the trees coming out of her head makes Lily Moskowitz, is it?
Moskowitz.
Yeah. Moskowitz. Look tame, look bland.
Yes.
If I will. Because her hair was a foot high.
Also,
With the, like,
that actor, they're in undergrad, sorry, but that actress is like 45.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Sorry, that's exactly what I was going to say.
I'm so sorry.
And she later wore a jean material newsboy cap that I'm sure I probably had in middle school.
Oh,
I
damn.
lost
You
my
should
shit.
get that back. Buy that back if you will, baby.
Do a little buyback action.
Yeah.
Just gonna go ahead and buy back everything I've ever owned just because I'm feeling insecure. I need it back.
I was just going to say a little continuity thing that I found out is that actress later, way towards like the end of the movie, calls Reese, calls Elle Woods, and she's like, I got bangs. And turns out she had bangs all along.
The whole time.
Really? The entire time.
I didn't.
Oh, I caught it because I was like, what has changed on your face? Like, I don't see any difference.
Nothing has changed, which is actually I am on IMDb in the goofs, which is hilarious.
Have you guys ever seen the publicity sketch with Nick Kroll where he goes, I got bangs? It's like the whole sketch. He's like,
No.
It's because it was such a big thing.
Yeah.
It's just like the nicest group of sorority girls I've ever seen, either A, in real life, or B, portrayed in movies. They're just like so like, oh my God, I want to help you with this, and let's study like together, and let's exercise. And then like they all help her get ready for a date.
Yeah.
In a line.
Very communal.
It was a little weird. But like
Yeah.
she was getting ready and to go out with her big date with Warner, and she's walking and someone spritzes her with perfume.
And then
someone hands her purse. They would be like if one of us is going out for a date and the other two come over and are like, okay, here's the last item that you need. Here's that. Like, it wasn't even like helping her get ready.
One of us goes on a date and the others are like, fucking good luck.
The other ones are like, loser.
You know what? You're right. You're not wrong. And the other person's like, I don't want to do this. Like the person going on the date.
We're all like, I don't want to
Do
go.
I have to?
I already failed thrice.
What?
I can't fail a fourth time.
That's so real.
But getting back to the sorority girls, that gym scene when they're all like in the gym and doing aerobics, I'm like, wow, I need that just like playing on loop to get me motivated to go to the gym because they make it look so fun and like cute. And when I go to the gym,
I couldn't
it's
disagree more violently.
Oh, really?
Nothing has ever made me want to do it.
Oh,
Okay.
But
But I'm sorry. I'm a little bit of a
No, that's fine.
Johnny Raincloud, but
Not to be Johnny Raincloud here.
Thank you. Can we go back to wearing bright, like sparkly sequin dresses like she was wearing?
Yes.
No.
And all
Incredible.
the
Like if I could wear that to a date, I'd be more inclined to go.
yeah, orange and pink and purple
Yeah.
and like ah.
Bright blue, right in your face.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that. I want
So
that.
good.
I want that. I feel like it's on its way. Right?
Pretty much. I mean, we're like 70% of the way back with the fashion.
Totally. I know a lot of the outfits that they were wearing, I was like, none of this would be weird to see out right now.
I'm like a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Gen Z. We're looking at you.
Did you guys know there's a Legally Blonde the musical?
Yes. I actually choreographed one on
Did you?
high school. Yeah. I could tell you.
Can't say it's my favorite one.
I could sing all the songs.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Actually, So Much Better is a great song.
I am so much better.
Than before.
This featured the lovely Alark from The Vampire Diaries, also known as, what's his name? Who plays Warner?
Oh, he's in Vampire Diaries?
Yes.
I was wondering what else he ever did ever.
Vampire Diaries.
Oh, okay.
I hate him, but maybe that's because he's a good actor.
There you go.
Well, they also made him wear sunglasses at night when he came to pick her up originally.
It's very
and
LA of him.
it's just,
Yeah.
You can't see. You just can't. It's not helping. You just look like a jerk. And like you're blind.
But that's the point.
But you look cool.
You do not.
But that's the point. You want to hate him right away. Like, they want you to hate him right away.
But I just don't understand the point of people who wear sunglasses at night.
Right. Unless they're just wanting to be hated immediately, honestly.
Check.
So Katrina usually leads us through like what is actually happening in the movie.
Plot queen.
Through our chaos of comments.
Okay, so if you've never seen Legally Blonde, this is about a blonde.
If you've never seen it, grow up.
Fucking get off your ass and go watch.
Actually, if you've never seen it, it is the Grease of the 21st century.
Oh. I've also
In
heard
what
it
way?
labeled as Clueless Goes to College.
Oh.
Oh.
From the notes on IMDb.
Uh-huh.
I've also heard that.
Good research, guys.
No, I think it is the Clueless. No, fuck.
On
No,
this end of the table, I make my own commentary, but I guess you guys do you.
No, but it really is like the Grease of the 21st century because the whole movie is about her. Elle Woods gets dumped by her boyfriend that she is definitely in love with. So much so that she will drive across the country in a convertible to attend law
Tragic.
school.
Imagine her hair afterwards.
See, this is why you're the Elwoods of the group.
How did Bruiser stay in the car?
She just had his leash and he was like flying like a kite.
He's running behind.
But don't worry, she gave him like little rollerblades. So
Oh my god,
He's pulling like a Marty McFly. He's like skateboarding on the back and like holding onto the trunk.
I love this visual. He would have like little goggles too and like a scarf.
And he wears sunglasses at night. Bruiser's the dog, everyone.
Dude, I love Bruiser. I'm sorry we're totally derailing.
Yeah,
but
I'm really sorry.
I'm used to it.
There's something that we noticed when we were watching it. Bruiser is in like
Every
almost
shot.
every shot.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like even when you don't expect it, he'll just be like in the corner. Just like when she's studying, he's laying on the table.
Really?
And all I kept thinking of how annoying it would be to be like the pet wrangler on set that day, because like they have special hours that they can work, and like someone has to like sit there and like watch it, and like a take could get fucked up because like it moved its head or whatever.
It pooped on the table.
Yeah.
It shat everywhere.
It was looking too sassy. It was overshadowing.
It's just barking while someone's trying to give a dialogue, whatever. So Warner breaks up with her because she's not serious enough, and she's too blonde, basically, and she is a lot more fun than whoever he wants to actually date. So he goes to Harvard Law School, and she's like, I need to get the love of my life back. I'm going to get in my convertible, drive to Boston, and I'm going to get into law school myself. And she does. Spoiler alert. And fun ensues because now they are both in college.
Fun ensues. Allegedly.
Let's circle back to that.
While all the fun is ensuing, they do run into each other on the first day, and she's devastated because she finds out that he is now engaged to somebody else. So she's trying to get him back this whole time and basically change who she is in order to fit this mold of who he wants her to be. And that's why it's the Grease of the generation.
You know what? Yes, that is all correct. There was a line, to go along with what you just said, there's a line that Emmett, Luke Wilson, says that kind of like, I don't know if I just didn't realize it before or if it just hit home more, but she, towards the end where she's like quitting because of everything that happens, she says she's quitting because she's tired of trying to be someone she's not. And he's like, well, what if you're actually trying to be someone that you are? And I was like, wow, like deep down, because knowing all of this, watching from the beginning, I was like, oh, they kind of like seep in little like elements of her personality that do make her like a good lawyer, potential lawyer, before anything really happens.
Yeah, well, the whole part of it was that no one has ever empowered her to be anything bigger than like a Victoria's Secret model is what they say, even though that would probably be a great job if you're into that.
Yeah, I know. When she said that, I was like, oh, like,
I know.
like anyone can just be a Victoria's Secret model?
It's not. What would happen if you just called Victoria's Secret up?
Do you have this in my size? And also, do you need a model? Like, but like, so no, she didn't feel empowered to do something that was like
Brainy.
more, like brainy. So while she's doing that, everyone thinks like less of her because she wears pink and she has blonde hair. And that's literally the only offense that she has. Like everyone, when she gets to Harvard, is like, what's up, Malibu Barbie? Like, go back to where you came from. And like literally all she has done is drive up and give her dog water.
Imagine trying to be an extra on this as a blonde. You're like, no, brunettes only.
You thought?
yeah.
We so true.
Who do you
must
think you
look
are?
Amish. You must be dressed in drab, grungy clothes.
Literally everyone else was wearing brown the entire time and had brunette hair.
Yeah.
And she was like blonde and like pops of color. And like
everyone's in tweed or sweaters.
Yes,
Literally.
elbow patches.
Yeah.
Do we think that she started actually quiet quitting the moment that she stopped listening to the lawyer and went and got the alibi anyway?
I mean, I think she was trying to like prove herself at that point, but then again, she got met with like adversity afterwards, and like they all were making fun of her for that too. But
I think she also just had good instincts.
she did.
I have a continuity, I guess, kind of gripe issue, which is like usually what I notice. And during the breakup scene, you do scripty one time and now you just, it's my whole identity.
You're a plot queen, you're scripty, and I'm just here for the fun.
And this is fine. It's fine. I know it's supposed to be broad comedy, but during the breakup scene when she's like wailing at the restaurant, like supposed to be sobbing, and she's literally like, nah! And then you see a close up, eyes bone dry. Couldn't even give the girl a tear stick.
Right.
Like I know she can cry. She's a great actress.
Yeah.
But also when you're doing that kind of comedy, like it's, but like, come on, guys, it's not.
Yeah.
Just
Maybe
give
it
her
was like take
Because she had
5 or
tears in a
6.
million other scenes.
Yeah, she did.
So I was like, I just want some tears to go along with the wailing.
Yeah,
You know?
that's a good point. Because also later she had like when she's like walking on the sidewalk next to the car, she has like mascara all down her face. So that is a little bit of a continuity thing.
Yep.
My favorite moment of this entire movie, because I think it's what I live for in my personal life, is when she gets to Harvard and Warner runs into her and he's like, "Are you here to see me?" And she's like, "No, I go here." And he's like, "Wait, what? You got into Harvard Law?" And she's like, "What? Like it's hard?" And it's like, fuck you. Like, you're not as cool and smart as you think you are. And just because I have blonde hair doesn't mean I can't do it too.
Right.
And I live for the look on his face where he's like,
And then later when you find out that he was waitlisted,
Waitlisted?
oh, that is just justice.
but she never rubs it in his face. And she's just like, oh yeah. Like, but everyone there is acting like it's a travesty that she's there. And it's like, guys, she got into Harvard Law School. She's obviously not stupid. Like,
Right.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I
mean-
think it's a personality thing. People don't gel with her personality.
Well, they're just jealous because
Yeah.
like she gets to be fun and like outgoing and still smart, and they're like boring, like
and
fun suckers
tryhards,
and have
yeah.
to try really hard, and
Yeah.
they're like just barely making it.
And Katrina, I just want to say, if anyone ever tells you can't go to law school because you're blonde, they're wrong. And you can go if you want.
Yeah, I just have to study for months.
I think you could do it.
and know what happened on Days of Our Lives at the drop of a hat.
Yeah. Which apparently that bit is actually something that happened on Days of Our Lives. Like that was really what was happening or something.
Where'd you learn that?
IMDb.
Oh my God.
Can we just take a second to talk about Jennifer Coolidge? Because she is such an icon.
Could I have been any more goddamn spastic?
I just love her. Everything she does is golden. And this role in particular, I mean, obviously we talked about her in Cinderella Story. That is fabulous as well. But man, I feel like this was like one of her first ? Like, I don't know.
I don't
iconic
know. You know,
roles.
she was in a series of unfortunate events as one of the white face ladies. Like with the
That was
the
after-
mime makeup. I
that
don't know
was
if that was
after
before
that.
or after.
I think it was after.
But it was weird because she had no, I don't think she had a single line in that. Maybe one.
Huh.
She was
they
in
were-
Best in Show. That was a really
Yes.
big, yeah.
Okay, that must have been like her first thing. I'm sure we could pull up her IMDb, but that was her first. Must have been one of her first things. And then Legally Blonde. I don't know. She's
She's
just.
just so charming.
I love her, and I love her smile, and
She's like just unapologetically herself.
yeah.
She's like, yep. And you're going to like it. And we do.
And she
Yeah,
had some of
we
the
do.
best lines, like some that we can't even say, but like they like
Oh.
Rachel and I were rolling.
My God, there was one. We'll cut this part out, but I wrote it down because I don't know if you caught it too. She goes, "Well, that's because men are just big fat."
Oh, I
remember
the hard
it was just
Yeah, that one also made my ears perk up. It's like, oh, we don't say that anymore.
Could not get away with that in 2023, people. But this was 2001, and times were different.
yes, they were.
I think one other thing we can leave in the zeros, as we called the early 2000s,
Yeah.
is the adults wearing like pigtails on the side of their heads, like over their ears. Not like a tasteful, like Pippi Longstocking.
Like an alien?
I'm like,
Yeah.
I think we could maybe move on from that.
Antler
Like
heads.
We are the antler
We are.
circle.
So, what are your guys' thoughts on Vivian? Underrated or bitch? So, Vivian is Warner's new fiance after Elle and him break up. And you're introduced to her in like, you're supposed to hate her.
Absolutely.
Like she is just like, no.
She's great at making you hate her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like also, what are you supposed to say in that instance when your first day at a law school and the teacher is like, would you support me in kicking Miss Woods out? No, I wouldn't support. You have to say yes.
Right.
Like I think
What else is she in? Because she looks so familiar.
lots of things.
She's very famous.
Cruel Intentions.
And like such as
The Sweetest Thing. I'm just trying to.
Katrina, did you notice on the admissions board for Harvard when they were like deciding to let Elle in or not, a cameo from Maury in Gilmore Girls, Babette's husband, the tall one.
Oh, yes. I thought. Oh.
Oh.
I thought I recognized him. I just couldn't
Yeah.
place him. Yes, I did recognize that.
She's in a shit ton of things.
Yeah, she's in a bunch.
Lots of like
So
90s.
many. And she has just that
early
face that I
2000s.
feel like was on every single movie.
Oh,
poster at this
absolutely.
time.
Yeah.
The only thing I would say about her is that they're like, she is taking pride in like, well, I got the ring, and like, so Elle, like, you know, F you basically. And it's like, you're really proud that he broke up with her 3 months ago, and now you're engaged. You are the rebound engaged.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
like
Which she realizes eventually.
she does eventually, but like at the beginning, she's just like, ugh, I hate this girl. Like, I'm winning. And it's like, this isn't your future life is not a competition. Like,
Right.
are you happy? I don't know. Probably not, because you break up with him at the end. So you know how you guys love a montage scene of like fashion?
Yes.
Of course.
Well, they do one of my favorite montage scenes ever as like a trope is the kicking ass, proving you wrong montage scene, where she starts to like come into her full potential, starts studying more, gets her laptop, like really buckles down, and then it starts to be like surpass all of them as like lawyers or like law school students.
Yeah.
And those are my favorite scenes of all time, because
Yeah.
it's just like, and when I'm having a bad day or something, I'm like, music montage scene, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna like start doing more like work, or I'm gonna like go on my computer and like type these emails, or gonna go to the gym, and like that's what's running through my head because
Yeah.
I'm sick and broken. But like
Is the music Perfect Day?
It's a
Badass, activate. Perfect Day.
no, I'm sure it's something like emo or like because I want to be like, yeah, I'm owning this. But those are my favorite montage scenes.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was trying to think of the montage, what you were about to say, but I forgot about that little part.
I live for it.
Within that like sort of chunk of the movie, this is actually in my notes. I was like, you know, this movie, especially at the beginning, that area, is so very relatable, because I feel like everyone has at some point in time a moment where they feel like everyone else is on the same page and way more like informed, and they know what they're doing, and you just feel like you're floundering. Like, it was mostly the part where she is in the first class and she's like, oh, everyone read this book and everyone has a laptop and I don't, and I'm not prepared. And I was like, wow, the amount of times that I have felt like that, like imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
It hit hard for me, actually.
Oh, me personally, like 24/7, I feel like everyone knows something I don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we shouldn't tell her that, right? Like, let's not tell her.
Oh, God. Charles, they don't want me here, do they?
He goes, no.
I'm just going to go get my chapstick again and never come back.
Oh, I have a burning question.
What?
Sorry, we're flipping the subject right now. One of my like 3 things that I have written down. What is the scent of her resume? Can we talk about this? What do we think the scent is?
Bubblegum.
Yeah, it had to be something super, like, you know, cherry or bubblegum or like...
I always picture bubblegum because it's pink.
I hate the smell of bubblegum.
Yeah.
Oh.
She seems a little bit like classier than like a bubblegum scent, I feel.
But she seems so bubbly. Like as a personality.
Okay.
Bubbly.
Maybe.
I could see it being something more like Victoria's Secret scent wise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something that was trendy at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was trendy?
But
What were
in
some
my head,
perfumes?
2001.
Yeah.
Would it be like Love Spell?
Oh my God. Yes, or like some Bath and Body Works, like Sweet Pea.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Oh my God.
Candy apple.
Listeners, comment what you think the scent is of Elle Wood's resume. This would be a fun one, actually.
Sweet Pea just brought me back to not a place I want to go.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry.
No, just the scent in general. I'm just
Yeah.
like, holy shit.
Yeah.
No, I have to agree with that. Yeah, there's some bad.
Yeah, because they kept, I was actually very interested because they were like, oh, wow, it smells so good. Yeah, it smells so good. I'm like, what is it?
Tell us what it is.
I know. That would actually be hilarious. Okay, maybe merch idea, scents from things that we talk about. Like a candle, Elle Wood's resume, or candle.
That's a great idea.
Shrek's swamp
So now we're candle makers. And guys, we're entrepreneurs.
But we have to like make the candles ourselves, so we'll be like dipping candle wax.
Make that a montage.
That'll be on our Patreon, videos of us candle making.
We all quit our jobs to make candles.
Our
full time that
OnlyFans
nobody
page.
buys. Only wicks.
Oh my God, that would be so funny. Cinderella story, it's just salmon scented.
Ew.
Just my luck would be like detergent suds.
No, it would be electrocution from the hairdryer in the bathtub.
Oh,
Hilarious.
funny. Katrina, catch us up where we are in the movie, please.
Oh God,
We bounced around.
We have.
I'm so sorry.
So we've bounced all over the place, but where we get to at the very end, the half hour till the end, our little climax area is nope.
Don't say that around her.
Make a candle out of that.
climax area.
Going nowhere fast.
Okay, so we're getting to like the excitement point of this movie, and
We're leaving all these things in, by the way.
sorry. So she goes through law school. It's still her first year, but she proves herself, and all these other like little asshole people that she goes to school with are also kind of proving themselves. So the professor has an internship that he gives to 4 of the students, and they work a real murder case, which is really exciting. And so, what?
What, like it's hard?
So it's someone that Elle Woods kind of knows, and she's more of like a socialite type of person. So Elle offers to do some of the things that maybe the more like stiff people wouldn't want to go do, like go to the spa and interrogate some people or go and get her alibi, because there's like that closer relationship. So she kind of shines in this internship and in the court. So the professor does a no-no and has a sexual harassment like incident that nobody seems to care about.
He has a sexual harassment. Oopsie. He does a no-no and he has a sexual. I'm sorry. I just love the way you said that with such kid gloves. He has a big no-no. It's like when your kid's like, Mom, what's sexual harassment? And you're like, it's when your professor does a no-no.
What? I didn't want to be like, well, the professor fucked up and tried to get up her skirt and nobody cares about it. Like, not one single person.
Yeah, it's funny how everyone's like, it's okay, Elle, you just keep doing you. But no one is like, that.
Yeah, let's fire him. He made a no-no. So he, after his no-no and his sexual harassment incident, everyone gets a little pissed at him, and they...
And that's where we lost the Department of Homeland Security.
So they fire him, and they make her the lead attorney, which, okay, I love it. Like, girl power, like, empowerment of...
I'm listening.
Empowerment of the underdog. But if I was on trial for murder, I am not going to have a first-year law student represent me. That is stupid.
Is that allowed?
I don't
It
know.
is,
In the
according
bylaws.
to the number 301.
But not only that,
or
are
whatever.
you allowed to switch representation in the middle of a murder
Well,
trial?
yeah, you're paying for representation, so
You're
you can
allowed
do.
to switch.
I'm
in the
sure it's
middle?
not like. I'm sure it's frowned
Because if
upon.
your lawyer's just doing a bad job and everyone's just like switching like to and fro, it seems like it'd be a little bit of an unfair.
Actually, I don't like what you just said. You're fired.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like you get what you get.
Honestly, I have no idea. Luckily, I was never on trial for murder, so I'm not exactly sure how it works. But like,
Luckily.
Well, not all of us can say the same, Katrina. I may have expertise in the subject. That's
You and your Weezer shirt.
Yeah, I killed someone for disrespecting Weezer.
side eye, Rachel.
Am I next? Wow.
So they made a bad decision promoting her, is all I'm saying.
Well, they didn't because she won the case.
Well, I know, but like for cinematic purposes. But I'm just saying, like, don't do that if you're on trial for murder.
Okay, so this has turned into an episode of what not to do.
Don't do a no-no if you're on trial for murder.
And candle making.
But chaos. You gotta be sure as shit that I know that perms cannot get wet now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't
Ammonium
know that
flyglycolate.
before.
or whatever.
Flyglycolate.
Have you guys ever had a perm?
No.
Me
I
neither.
didn't need it. Oh, clearly have.
Okay.
But Linda Cardellini, slay. She's also in Scooby-Doo, you know? And she's also
she?
in,
She is.
what is that new show she's in with Christina Applegate?
Her name sounds like a pasta.
Christina Applegate. She's
Cardellini?
the sister in New Girl.
She is?
The ruckus one who's
Yeah.
like always like fucking up and in
Oh, that
jail.
girl. I thought you meant the girl on trial. I'm sorry. Yes,
ruckus.
yes. Of course, her. Yeah, she's
yeah,
great.
yeah,
She's
Linda
great.
Cardellini.
She's in so much.
Yeah. What is the new one?
I know
Dead
what
to
you're
Me.
Dead to Me.
Yeah. She is, let's talk about a character actor, chameleon woman. That's her.
There you go.
That's where you
What more can we say?
A Velma, a murderer. She plays it all.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, that's how it ends.
Yeah, and I only had one last note, and it was that when she. Okay, do you ever have a dream?
You know, do you ever, you know, when you,
okay, I'm so sorry about this episode. I'm truly. Okay. At her graduation ceremony, she like finishes her speech, and then someone like cheerses her with a martini. I'm like, where did you get that?
Oh, that was her dad.
But there's no bar. They're all
that was
just
the
sitting
point. They're
full-
like, I'm bougie. I'm going to bring it in myself.
I like that move. If y'all ever graduate from law school, I'm gonna do that.
Fun fact, those last few scenes of the movie, I love you, Reese Witherspoon, but she does not look good. And that's because her hair was already differently colored for her next film that she was about to work on.
that.
Her complexion and her hair are like the same color. And it just, she looks sick. I'm sorry, I have to say it. Like,
Well, because she didn't have the tan anymore. And then, like, her and one other person were the only ones at the actual ceremony. They put everyone else in, like, in post-production. And then, like, Luke Wilson had a tan and his hair was longer. He looked very Miami Vice to me.
Yeah.
But he was off filming. Like, it was filmed 2 years, like, a year later. So, like, I don't know, some significant amount of
Wait,
time
really?
later.
Yeah.
The last scenes?
Yeah, because it was supposed to end without the Warner confrontation at the end. So like you didn't ever know what like happened or how that ended up. And then there was like no graduation. So you never got closure. And so they went back and they like filmed closure.
Yeah. So her hair changes between the like victory courthouse scene and then basically as when she's walking out, that's like shot a year later.
Yeah.
So that's when she starts to look different.
Sorry. Wow.
They were going to end it with her like walking out of the court.
Yeah. It's crazy. Fun fact for you all. Do we have any other fun facts about the movie itself?
She got to keep all the clothes that she wore.
Yes. I heard that was in her contract. Yeah.
That's happened to me on commercial shoots, and they've like just given me handfuls of clothes.
Same.
And it is fantastic.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Oh, I do have one final thing before I feel like we should go to confessions and stuff. If you are to Google to this day, Legally Blonde, there is a little animated purse next to it. And if you click on it, a little bruiser comes out and he goes to a little salon chair and he gets all like buffed.
Hi, I'm Elle Woods, and this is Bruiser Woods, and we're both Gemini vegetarians.
What?
Oh my
it's
God.
like modern day Clippy.
Yeah.
I love this.
I know, it's so cute.
Way.
A perfect score on the LSAT exam is 180. Therefore, L's score of 179 puts her in the top 0.1%. Fun fact. To prepare for her role as Elle Woods, Reese Witherspoon spent 2 weeks studying the behavior of sorority girls.
What, like it's hard?
I know.
That's funny.
Because she didn't want to play them as like a dumb
Ditzy.
stereotype.
Yeah. She said they were all very kind and polite.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, of course, if you have Reese Witherspoon watching you.
Yeah.
Um,
Good luck editing this episode.
Thank you. I do this to myself.
No, because of the whole thing.
Oh, Charlize Theron, Gwyneth Paltrow, Alicia Silverstone, Katherine Heigl, Christina Applegate, Mila Jovovich, and Jennifer Love Hewitt were all considered for Elle Woods.
Some of those I love most of them. Some of those are terrible choices.
I agree.
I think Katherine Heigl would have been a good backup. No?
She's not as endearing.
It depends. In some roles she is, but she definitely has more of a hard edge. I cannot speak. More of a hard edge.
Well, and Reese Witherspoon was advised for her audition to like dress kind of slutty because the producers or whatever only had her in their mind as like Sweet Home Alabama and just like two like goody two shoes,
like pageanty.
Just like very much like buttoned up, and she wasn't gonna have her boobs out, etc.
This was her first reading.
Breakout role.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
I see.
Oh, this is fun. The actress who played Elle's mom, Tane McClure, had a much bigger role, but they cut much of it during editing because a lot of her dialogue was very racy. They toned down
I thought you were going to say racist.
No. Says they toned down the overall picture and cut everyone's dialogue so that it could go from an R to a PG-13 rating.
I want to see the R cut.
I want to see the
Me
R
too.
cut. Are you
I
kidding
think that'd
me?
be so fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, get down. Say it.
I guess I would say my obsession this week is pretty on brand, but it's Ashley Simpson, and I just can't stop listening to that album. And we went to a bar. I'm stopping myself.
A bar.
We went to this bar that does 2000s night, which there are plenty, so that's not too specific. But they do 2000s night, which is good in theory, but they play the same like radio hit songs, and I'm like, can we get a little more niche, my guy? And so I go up to the DJ. I go up to the DJ, my fiance. I go up to the DJ and I type in my phone because it's so loud, and I'm like, play Ashley Simpson, please play Ashley Simpson. I'm like, Pieces of Me specifically, that would be really great, thumbs up. And I like just hold it at him and like make him look at it, and he just raises an eyebrow and he goes, I'll try. And I'm like, okay.
Did he ever?
He never did.
I don't think he did. The DJs there are very resistant to taking recommendations.
They're very abrasive.
Yeah. I'm like, as if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm like, do you have a podcast about such subject matter? Jurisdiction.
This is, I mean, maybe this can be my confession, but to go along with that, we were there one time, again, for 90s, 2000s night, and I was like really adamant on him playing Eminem. I don't know if this was the same DJ or a different one, but I was like, play Eminem! And there was no one dancing with the shit he was playing, and it was like very like C-list 90s, 2000s music, where it was like, what is this? You can't even like dance to it, you don't know the words. I was like, play Eminem! And he goes, that would totally kill the vibe right now. And I said, what vibe? There was no one dancing, and this is a big place. The dance floor is always packed. Yeah. I was like, what vibe? And he goes, I'm a professional DJ. And I said, so am I.
Also, who's gonna not vibe to Eminem when you play it to like an empty, like boring room?
Play a good, like upbeat one. Like there are options.
Without me.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
You don't have to play Mockingbird. You can
right. God, I was so annoyed. And he never did.
No, either.
And he's always the same one there too. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I've seen a couple there, but they're both equally resistant.
For the amount of hold on. We're off the rails today. I was gonna say, for the amount that we're paying for those drinks, at least play one Ashley Simpson song.
They are so pricey. It's like, not okay.
Goodness.
No wonder no one was dancing. No one can afford alcohol to make them dance in the first place. Do you have any confessions or obsessions?
I'll stick to my embarrassing myself. So we went out. Who I am, so I'm just gonna go with it. We went out last week, like we talked about, and I was 2 espresso martinis in, and I touched my ear, and I was like, oh, my earring, it's gone. How did that happen? And I don't really wear earrings a lot, and so I put in ones that I kind of like, and I was like really bummed that one had fallen off. And
we were looking around. You were so sad.
I know. I brought it up like 4 times. Like I annoyed myself because I was like, guys, I'm really bummed about my earring. Mm-hmm. So I get back later that night, fall asleep, wake up, still a little bummed about my earring. Not gonna be.
They're gonna say still a little buzzed.
That too.
Maybe. So I'm like, I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna like throw it out because I don't even want the reminder of that earring in front of me.
The trauma cuts too deep. It's too soon. It's too raw.
And before, luckily, I can do that, I realized.
Luckily,
I walked over to my little jewelry case thing, and I realized I never put the other one in. And they're not like subtle. Like it was a long, dangly earring. And so I left the house with one long dangly earring and one not long dangly earring.
But I never noticed, to be fair.
No, me either.
Because your hair was down, right?
Yeah. Right, so nobody noticed the earrings in general.
Right.
So I just felt really stupid because I had made such a big deal about it to you guys and now the world. But I was like, God, I'm really bummed, guys. Like and then I was looking all over the chair and I was like kind of looking by the bar. And then I realized I'm just a fucking moron.
We're like, yeah, we heard you. We know you're buzzed. Oh, I actually did lose my necklace. I never found it, but it was from Amazon, so it's fine. I'll just reorder. It was like a set of 3, so I had to order the whole thing again. I'm like,
that's so annoying.
That's annoying.
So if anyone wants, because one piece I wasn't gonna wear and it has like a little M on it. I don't really vibe with the M jewelry. I'm like, anyone want an M necklace?
Rachel, Katrina, M.
M for
Mastermynd Media. Oh. Thanks, guys, so much for listening. Go ahead and follow us on Instagram at Millennial Drama Queen Pod, and please rate and subscribe wherever you're listening.
This podcast is brought to you by Mastermynd Media.